Out and see what's going on. So I'm going to move the camera around here in the back so you can see the back of the machine. So the first thing we're going to need to do is remove 2 screws in the top here. The wind is blowing like crazy. So there's one right there and there's one over there. So we're going to remove those screws to be able to remove the cabinet. Now these screws are hard to find, believe it or not, so try not to lose that. Push this forward and get around here. Can't see me, it's not a big deal. But now once you take these 2 screws out, you want to pull this forward, lift it up, and flip it back. And just like that, one of the screws fell. You got to be careful not to lose the screws. Okay, so now we're going to come around here and look at this. The switch is right here. You can take and undo the harness right there. And you have to do that. Now to take the cabinet off, you take a flat screwdriver, and you put it down in these clips. I'll give you a better shot on that. Let's look at that. Now these clips, they come out, you stick the screwdriver in, you push it back, and it pops up. See how it pops up? And that comes out just like that. So now you want to put these aside because you're going to keep these if you're going to put it back together, because you got to have this. It's a little cold out here this morning in Florida. It's a little chilly. I think it's around 40 degrees. I think it got colder than that because there was some frost on the ground this morning. But anyway, today we're going to continue on with this. I already showed you how to take the cabinet off and how to take the water pump off. So now we're going to take the motor off and take the coupler off and see how to replace the coupler. Because if you overload this machine with blankets or rugs or something like that, the agitator will get stuck, and instead of breaking something important in the machine, it's got a coupler with some plastic parts on it between the motor and the transmission, and it'll shear those off. It's a shear pin type thing, and your machine won't do anything anymore. It'll pump the water out, but it won't agitate, it won't wash your clothes or spin the clothes out or anything. It'll just pump the water out. So let's move the camera over here. I'm going to tip this machine on the back so you can get a better view and show you how to replace that coupler. Now if you can't see me, that's okay. I just want to give you a shot of this. This is the one. You got to take this one screw out and then take this off. And there's another one over here, and I'm going to move the camera over here so you can get a better view. But I just wanted you to see this right here. To do this job, when you get to this point, you want a combination tool like this. You can get this slide drive from Sensible Products. I'll put a link in the video below, but it's pretty neat. It has a little slip in and out here where it's 5/16 or 1/4 inch. Works right on there, so that's a nice little tool. And a pair of long new nose pliers and a flat screwdriver. So let's go ahead and take these off. And remember, you got to save these parts because you got to use these parts to put it back together. So we're going to take these screws off. Now some people don't put these screws back in, but I would recommend that you do when you put it back together. So you got the 2 screws out, put them off to the side. Now we're going to take these clips off. These clips, you just pop them out. Now you got to twist it. There ain't much room here. You got to twist it to the side and pull it out. There's a little slot in there. I'm going to show you better on this one. I'll show you better on this. Here, let me move it over here. Let me show you. I'll zoom in on it here. Hold on. Stay with me now. The clip. So you pull the clip out, you twist it, line it up with the groove there, and it'll come right out, just like that. There's the clip right there. The hole that it goes in. And you got to save these clips because you got to put them back. When you put it back together, you got to put them back in. So now we're going to undo the wiring harness. I need a little help from my trusty little screwdriver. And pull that off just like that. Put it over here to the side. Now listen, this is going to be important. Put this harness up here somewhere in your way so it's in your face when you put it back together, so you remember to plug it back. All we have to do now is take the motor out. Look at that, how easy that was. And now you're going to see right here what we're talking about is the part of the coupler that shears off. This one's still in good shape. I'm going to show you how to get the other piece off. It's down in there. It's not that difficult. I use a pair of needle nose pliers, long nose needle nose pliers, and I just stick it right in here underneath the coupler piece, and I push it down and it comes up and I get it out. So now you've got that out. So now you got to put the new one in. Well, I'm not going to put a new one in this machine because there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to go ahead and put the old one back in to show you how to put it back in. So first thing you want to do is take this piece and put it back in, and then you want a piece of pipe or a socket or something. I'm going to use this piece of PVC pipe. I'm just going to put it right there on top of it, just like that, and I'm going to bump it until it's flush with the shaft on the transmission, which that's pretty good. So now that I've got that in, now I'm going to put the rubber piece back on. I'm going to put this piece right here back on. Just going to line it up with those pins on the plastic piece. It goes right back in like that. Now you would do the same thing with the motor. If you were going to take off the other side of the coupler, you would take and put this underneath here and pry it off. I'm not going to do that because I already showed you on the motor how to do it. Very simple. Put it on there, pry it up, get it out of there. I did it anyway, didn't I? And then put it back on. And now what you're going to do is you're going to line these three parts of the plastic piece up with the holes in the rubber piece and put it back into place. Make sure you don't lose these. Let me back it up a little bit. Make sure you don't lose your rubber pieces here, your mounting rubbers for your motor, because they go into the holes down there on the plate that mounts it to the transmission. So now we're just going to flip that over and put it back in. That goes into place. Okay, so now you got that in. Now you got to put these back on. Got to put these back on. You just put it back in the hole there, twist it, put it back on there, click it right into place. I know some people don't do it, but let's just go ahead and put the screws back in. We're going to put the screws back in. I mean, we've got them. Doesn't take that long to put them back in. Just like that. And now you got a new coupler in. And now, if you need the part number for the coupler, there's the part number. It's ER285753, A as in apple. So that's the part number. And now you have a new coupler on your washing machine. So now if you think about changing your coupler on your washing machine, that's how you take the cabinet off, and you take the pump off, and you take the motor off, and you change the coupler, and then you put it back together. Hey, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to go through this machine piece by piece and part by part and show you how to test and replace these parts. And please comment below if you have a question, you want to know something particular that's going on with your machine. Post it below the video, and I'll try to give you an answer as soon as I can, or maybe one of the other people watching the videos can give you an answer. So you guys have a great day, and I'll have another video for you soon. This is Harold with WorldTVOnDemand.com, Jackson Appliance Repair Orlando.com. See you later.